Let's get educated. That's why we're here, to bring you the stories impacting K-12 classrooms and college campuses. It's time for a little education.
Welcome to everyone, and a Merry Christmas to you. I am Katie Petrick, joined by not Santa Claus, but Jake Jacobs.
Ho, 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 Katie.
Hey, how dare you call me? All right, now before we get started, some exciting news to share. Starting in January next year. Put it off on your calendar, but just for a good, week and a half or so here. Starting in January, Educated will be airing new episodes on Mondays and Fridays at noon Central, high noon, Mondays and Fridays. We are going to bookend, because we're Educated, get it? The week as the Dr. Duke Show, and Jake's One Nation will also be releasing new episodes. There will be Tuesday through Thursday at noon Central. So we have the Monday, Friday slot around here. Now we want to make it as easy as possible to follow our program. So starting in January, Educated will be airing new episodes on Monday and Friday on our Freedom Project app, Rumble, and Facebook. All right, well, the state of Washington considers creating a high school sports division specifically for those transgender athletes, to keep those biological boys out of the girl sports, because that's what's been happening. And we've said, give them a third category. Let's see.
I love it. I mean, I never thought I would actually see this, Katie, but the state of Washington could be one of the first in the nation to introduce a third gender category for high school sports in order to prevent biological males from competing against girls. Now, the WIAA, the Washington Interscholastic Activities Association, that's a long word, announced a proposal to create a separate open division for transgender athletes to compete in. One of the amendments proposes the creation of a girls' division and an open division in which athletes can participate regardless of whether their gender identity matches their assigned sex at birth. Let's take a watch.
The topic of transgender athletes competing against girls and women is one gaining national attention, including here at last year's state track and field championship in Washington, when a transgender athlete won the state title in the girls' 400-meter race. The win sparked criticism. The current WIAA handbook says students can compete in the sports consistent with their gender identity. Two new proposed amendments could change that. The first touches on having participation in girls' sports be limited to students assigned female at birth. Some of the school districts that submitted this proposal included Meade, Colville, and Omak school districts. The Meade School District even passed their own resolution back in October.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Barring transgender female athletes from competing in girls' sports. The other proposal would set up a separate open division for transgender athletes. It says students wanting to play sports according to their gender identity would compete in the open division if it's different from the one they were born as. The same would go for transitioning athletes who've gone through medical changes. Both Meade and Eastmont school districts were two of the school districts that submitted this proposal.
The intent of it is to record their time or distances or efforts a little bit differently than the traditional born at birth female.
Coming out of Washington State, left-wing Washington State.
Yes. But
thoughts?
We have talked about this on the show many a time. They are playing with the language, as always. You said it in the story. They said it on the newscast, but then they switched it. Sex assigned at birth. But then they said born, but then it's that manipulation that they're trying to do that I can't get behind this. And the fact that they showed in their newsreel a football team, do you think you're going to have an entire, you're going to be able to find enough transgender athletes to field a football team? It's not happening. It's not happening.
And plus, this gets at the heart of the T and the Q within the alphabet, people, because the T and the Q,
okay,
right, transgender and the queer, They live in this kind of make-believe social construct. We can create our own non-reality reality.
Yep.
And they're demanding that if I feel as a guy that I'm a girl, then I'm telling you I'm a girl. I may not have a vagina, I may not have breasts or whatever the case may be, but I am what I'm telling you I am, and they recognize that this puts them into a category that is of the make-believe people, and they hate this idea. We've been talking about this for years, and they despise that we would say, you want equity or equality? Well, then we'll just make a category for you guys.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the outrage to ensue on this entire thing, because that's exactly what you're talking about. I want the spotlight on me. Hey, give me the spotlight. Here's the spotlight. How dare you give me the spotlight? Why are you looking at me like that? And that's, if by giving them their own category, then they're going to be like, no, how dare you? You can't do that to us. That's discriminatory. I guarantee. Like, that's what they're going to say. This is discriminatory.
Because within their Frankensteinian world, these guys actually are in essence creating a category that I'm a he, she, and therefore if I want to go into the girls' locker room, I have a right to do that. If I want to go into the girls' bathroom, I have a right to do that. And they're saying right now, they're going, because now they're going to have a separate bathroom just for transgender, and I can't go. Because what this is a power play by these he, she's. They want to manipulate this political correctness garbage so that they, in essence, can control the narrative. And this is, they despise this.
Well, and here's the question on top of that, because you keep saying he, she's, which 99% of the high school athletes who claim to be transgender are boys.
Pretend
to be girls.
Yes.
So what if there's one girl who pretends to be a boy? Does now she need her own bathroom for the transgender category bathroom situation, and then obviously the sporting situation, and then
but wouldn't they go
ends.
into the same category because the he, she's, or the she,
he's?
Question.
Or do we have to have another category so we're
for the he, she's,
here's
and
boys,
the she,
girls,
he's.
Transgender boys, transgender girls.
I didn't think of that one.
Look, segregation much.
But it's when you go into that alphabet people world of anything goesism, that's why the BBC says there are over 100 gender identifications. Think of it. Actually, it's up to 107 right now.
Well, that's the thing is you can't. How can you believe anything anyone says when anyone can make up anything at any time?
At any time.
And
by the
change
way,
it.
On a Monday, you can be a boy. On a Tuesday, you can be a girl. On a Wednesday, you can be queer going, I don't know what I am at this particular moment.
And everyone else is supposed to be the one pretending that you're in the right and the rest of us are the crazy, that we don't understand reality.
It's interesting because you said pretending, and then the thing that you caught that I didn't catch at first is the language assigned female at birth. That's their language.
Correct.
When they say cisgender, I'm using it in context of what we're talking about. I don't use that word. I never use that word. I don't use their words. And when he pretends to be a she, like Will Thomas, well, he's Will Thomas.
Yeah.
As this big, huge guy is swimming against these girls and winning all these NCAA awards all over the place, I never once called him by her name and all that stuff. I'm not playing their game.
Well, and it's too confusing to even attempt to play the game.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to do it. But hey, California certainly wants to do it and does do it and is making teachers do it. So California is into all of the nonsense, as we know. And now a Southern California school district paid far-left transgender activists $12,000 for how much training, Jake? A 6-hour training. 6 hours, $12,000 on transgender inclusion. What? Could I get paid even a third of that? A quarter of that? An eighth of that? I'll take that.
It's a racket.
6-hour training on transgender inclusion, and the school district paid $12,000. Now, the activists administered the training on behalf of an organization called Trans Family Support Services. Navigation for the journey. Welcome to the family. We're glad you found us. According to their website, Trans Family Support Services guide transgender/non-binary youth and their families through the gender transitioning process to help make it the most positive experience possible. Because we can't have anything hard in life, Jake. That's why. We provide family coaching, assistance with healthcare and insurance issues, help navigating the legal system, and support at schools. All services are provided at no fee. Huh. How are they provided at no fee?
They say no fee, and you even mentioned that it was the school district. It's the taxpayers.
It's the yeah. And no fee to you, because we're just going to charge the school district $12,000, which means the taxpayer $12,000. So you're okay not having to pay anything, but ultimately your neighbors are all paying for it.
So we can continue to educate these kiddies. They get all this transgender nonsense taught in the universities, and then they go off to be teachers, and then they have it reiterated and reinforced by this indoctrination paid for by the taxpayers of California.
Yeah. And this happened at San Dieguito Union High School District, and that's in northern San Diego County, this little training they just had. Now, an Instagram post, basically, it says it all. In just 6 hours, Team TFSS trained 1,100 staff members across the entire San Dieguito Union High School District. Working with school districts is more crucial now than ever, especially as anti-trans rhetoric continues to infiltrate classrooms. Infiltrate.
You think maybe they'll use educated in their classrooms?
Yeah, let's see. Well, let's infiltrate those classrooms. In campuses, we need our teachers and staff to be equipped to support and include trans youth, creating the space for them to feel safe and know that they're valued at school. Interested in bringing this training to your school? You can reach out to us at their email. And then they have all their lovely hashtags and hashtag protect trans youth and hashtag safe and supportive schools. How about hashtag educated? All right. Well, images in the post indicate that the training was led by two activists with the far left organization. There you have Kathy Molig, who is a hers, according to her, executive director of Trans Family Support Services and a parent of a transgender youth. And then you also have Evan Johnson, who is saying they, them, theirs is a non-binary person of was that Romanian?
Romani. Oh, Romani. Oh, she's gypsy background.
Okay, Romani descent, and the training specialist for the Trans Family Support Services. It's a she. I think it looks like a woman. So 2 females who are given that training out to all those teachers instead of the teachers, I don't know, prepping for teaching school, like lessons
like the ABCs, like the basics. A couple things pop into my head. First of all, this is a money-making scam. There's big bucks in all of this training stuff. And, of course, if the taxpayers, with the corrupt California Teachers Union, the taxpayers are at the mercy of what's going on here. The other one is, I used to live in San Diego many moons ago, and it's one of the more conservative areas of California. I mean, you got the Marine base, the Navy base. I've had a lot of conservative Christian friends living in that area, but sadly, the government-run schools are taken over by this madness.
Well, and any of them the people there maybe have moved to other states at this point.
They have. You're right.
I mean, the taxes that you are paying, which are exorbitant, are then going to pay for these
some of the highest in the country, California taxes.
That's right. All right. Well, hey, we have a whole lot more coming up on this very special Christmassy themed, but not really themed episode. So stay with us.
Today's show is sponsored by our friends at MyPillow. Save up to 66% on pristine quality bedding, towels, slippers, signature pillows, and much more when you use the code EDUCATED. That's EDUCATED. Educated. Support this show and a great American company.
You know, Katie, Harvard was founded in 1636. It was the very first university founded in America. Many of our founding fathers went to Harvard. American presidents, John Adams, John Quincy Adams, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy, even George W. Bush. He was a Yale and a Harvard graduate. But boy, I'll tell you what, Harvard has come a long, long way into that world of wokeness. Harvard's Divinity School will offer a class entitled Queering the World, Dismantling Heteronormativity in Congregations, Communities, and Organizations, and it's coming out the spring of 2025 this semester. So according to its course description, the class aims to introduce students to 3 systemic and process-oriented approaches to understanding queering, namely personality-driven queering. This is just bizarre, the language they use. Top-down organizational compliance queering and communal queering. Utilizing queer theory, ethics, queer theology, ecclesiology, gender studies, and post-colonial methods. Ooh, there goes the bad colonist, right? And the course examines the cultural backgrounds, beliefs, morals, values, and heteronormative structures of American congregations, communities, and organizations. The description reads, it proposes methods for restructuring, reimaging, and subverting heterosexual paradigms and binary assumptions that perpetuate oppression. And then it goes on to say, examining mainline, open, and affirming congregations, LGBTQ, IAP+, affirming communities and organizations. The class considers differences and similarities in their approaches to queering. Now, look, there's a lot more that I could read here, but this is unbelievable.
All right, now with that entire thing wrapped up with a nice bow, what we got out of that present was a pile of garbage. So, sorry. But hey, coming up after the break, Christmas is just around the corner, so Jake and I are going to square off in a battle of classic cinematic tales for the season. Stay with us.
In 2024, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment where the call for unity, freedom, and a better future echoes louder than ever. Introducing Patriot Mobile, the wireless carrier that stands with you. We are committed to supporting the values that make our nation great. With affordable plans and reliable nationwide coverage, Patriot Mobile is not just a wireless service. It's a call to action for those who believe in the American dream.
Get free activation now with promo code EDUCATED. Tis the season for family, for friends, and for Christmas classics on the good old television. Some of us still watch black and white versions, but that's okay. And so we decided what a better way to prepare for all the merriment than for Jake and I to square off in a good old-fashioned Christmas classic movie challenge. Michael, good old Michael, our producer, has selected 10 Christmas-themed movies. And I guess what's going to happen is we will get to listen, about 12 seconds. Is that the copyright reason, 12 seconds? I'm not sure, but I guess 12 seconds from each movie. And we're going to write down what movie we think it is on the whiteboard. And at the end, we're going to see who has the most Christmas spirit. Please, bring on the first movie.
You disgust me. How can you live with yourself?
Just cool it, Zippy.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Look, I'm not kidding.
You're a fake.
I'm a fake?
Yes.
How'd you like to be dead?
No, it took me a second and then I got it.
Reminded me of you.
We just watched it. What? You live on a throne of lies. All right. Let's take a look at the next.
What are you looking at?
Oh, the silent majesty of a winter's morn, the clean, cool chill of the holiday air. In his bathrobe, emptying a chemical toilet into my sewer.
Still the best movie ever.
Snow, 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 snow. It won't be long before we'll all be there with snow, snow, snow.
Next.
No, I want an official red undercover knife to 200 with my leg rifle.
Oh.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Merry Christmas.
I can't write this fast. Are you good?
My arthritis kicking in, huh?
You was here last night, too, wasn't you?
Yes, sir. I was.
You was here, and you was smooching with my brother.
Smooching with my brother.
I know where it was.
Actually,
I got it.
Hold on.
I got it. Toyota.
We better be very specific on this.
Yep.
What do you want? You want the moon?
Oh.
Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down. Hey, that's a pretty good idea. I'll give you the moon, Mary.
I'll take it.
I'm going to go with... I knew this one was going to come up at some point. I just didn't know when.
Well, geez, you have an attitude about it. It's a classic.
That I haven't seen.
You call yourself educated?
I do it more, you think maybe like, this child is a blessing to the both of us, but not angry, inspired. Oh my God, there's so many different ways to play this thing. Can I ask you a question, seriously? My wife is pregnant, but it's not my child. But do you think I'm cool with it because God's the one that got her pregnant?
I guesstimated on that one. When you're educated, you can guesstimate.
I'm going to have to guesstimate on that one because I... Next.
In the movies, we have leading ladies, and we have the best friend. I can tell.
Oh, yeah.
But for some reason, you're behaving like
this
best
one.
friend.
What is the name of it? Oh, I got it.
So
I got
right.
it. I got it.
You're supposed to be the leading lady of your own life, for God's sake.
Okay.
He was talking the entire time.
Oh, you can't handle the pressure. You better get out of the kitchen, lady. I mean, that's the heat.
Oh, there it is. Next.
It's gotten colder. And the bookkeeping staff would like to have an extra shovel full of coal for the fire.
We can't do the bookkeeping. Yeah, all of our pens have turned to inksicles. Our assets are frozen.
How would the bookkeepers like to be suddenly
unemployed?
Oh, man, that is a classic.
Heat wave. And finally, we have...
Look, I love you. So do a lot of the other guys. So you hang in there, man. You hear me?
Got it.
You hang in there.
I got it.
Yeah, thanks, partner.
No idea, but I'm going with... Okay, I'm just guessing because I haven't seen this either. I don't think I
know what to get you for Christmas besides Braveheart. Okay?
All right, number one. What do you have?
Elf.
Elf. That's totally Elf. Yep.
Elf.
You was to sit on a throne of life.
Okay, so it would be... Oh, it is Elf. That's right there. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Number two, best Christmas movie ever.
I put down Xmas Vacation, the Lampoon one.
Well, yes.
Is
It was
that
Clark. It's Christmas Vacation.
Okay,
yes,
I got
Clark
it.
Griswold.
Okay.
Cousin Eddie.
Okay, 2-2.
2-2. Here
All
we
right.
go. Number three.
Oh, White Christmas.
Is it? Yes,
We're dreaming of it.
I
Yes.
guessed and I went with it.
Yes.
Go me.
Okay.
Go.
Oh, you got me on this one.
4.
Because I put Red Gun.
Right. It's Christmas Story.
No, you got me on
Well,
that
I mean,
one. Okay.
Christmas
4-4. I got 3 out of 4.
Number 5.
Yep.
Better Be Home Alone.
Better Be Home Alone. That's what I got.
2. Boom.
All right.
No.
Okay.
No.
It doesn't matter. You don't have
It
to
does
have
matter.
2.
It is.
No.
It does.
Come on. No.
It is.
We'll talk to the.
It does
the
matter.
commission.
It does matter. Okay,
Okay.
number 6.
It's a Wonderful Life.
It is a Wonderful Life,
Okay.
even though I have never seen it. Number 7. This is I missed it all. What do we
Grinch.
got? Is it the Grinch?
Grinch.
Oh, for Christmas.
Jeez, I thought I'd catch up. Nope. Okay, I know the next one.
No.
Next one is Holiday. It's the
Is
first
it?
time White Christmas was ever.
Again. Oh,
So-
also
Yep,
have not
you
seen
got
that
it.
one.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, and number
Interesting.
9 is the Muppets
Muppets Christmas.
Scrooge.
Muppets
Yep.
Christmas Carol.
You said Christmas, and I
And
said
Muppets.
Scrooge, so he's going to give it to us. I got Muppets.
Okay.
Is
Number
that till
10.
they
Is
go,
it Die Hard?
It's Die Hard.
I had a feeling just because I heard the sirens, because I'm like, people debate about this. I've never seen Die Hard.
So I think you beat me by 1.
Oh, I crushed you because I actually got all the 8 right that I officially had.
Yeah, but I got 8 out of 10.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I did. I didn't get Grinch, and I didn't get Red Gun.
And you didn't get Home Alone 2.
Just by one little number.
There you go, my friends. The clear winner is
You
moi.
only beat me because I had Home Alone 2,
This accuracy in reporting is all it comes down to. Now, if you do enjoy our content, please consider subscribing to our audio podcast and weekly media e-blast, which does contain all of the top stories for the week. Simply go to stayeducated.org. Educated will be airing new episodes on Mondays and Fridays at noon Central Time, starting in January 2025. We got to get used to saying that.
High noon.
High noon. We are off, by the way, for 2 weeks. Until the 2025. All right, but we will return Monday, January 6th at, again, high noon Central Time. Now for Jake and myself, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and thank you for supporting what we do. We do wish you all a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and all of the other holidays. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. And we're going to see you again in 2025. Until next time, stay educated, America.